I'm going to teach you how to make your show next week, or 2 weeks. I'm sorry, not next week. It'll be 2 weeks. I'm going to show you how to make your show work. But it'll work anywhere. But today I want to talk about just the basics. In other words, you have to get these basics down before your body posture, your eyes, and the last thing is your stage presence. Now what I did up here, we're going to actually do this. We're going to practice this in just a minute. But what I did up here, if you can see, is I put 3 X's on the stage. In drama, they would call this stage left. I'm just showing, these are like, in other words, these are the extremes of the stage. This is stage right, and this would be considered downstage, okay? I'm using these 3 points because this is the best way to learn stage presence. It's almost as if you're running you're playing baseball, okay? And these are the 3 bases: first, second, third, home. This would be home. You get what I'm saying? Because a stage can be dependent on how big the stage is. You never know what the stage is going to be like. You never know how high off the ground you are going to be. But these things work no matter what. When you play the stage as almost as if you're running the bases in baseball, you will be able to effectively look as if you're moving the entire crowd. You see what I'm saying? That's the one thing we forget about, is the visual aspect of performing. Is that if you're in a room and I'm watching, sometimes I may not be able to hear you because the sound's not great. You may not be able to see, hold on just one second. You may not be able to vibe with everything I'm saying, but at least visually I can keep your attention if I do these 4 things. Picture, if you will, you knocked it out the park, or you hit the ball and you're running the bases. So you start here. Then when you've really got something emphasized to say, you're here at second base. This is, if I'm standing here and I'm trying to address you, this is going to engage your attention the most. Do you see what I'm saying? Because why? I'm the closest to you right now. However, if I stay here the entire show, what's going to happen? You're going to start to get bored. I'm not keeping your attention visually. So for me to flip it up, I got to come over here maybe, or I got to come up here, or I got to round the bases again. You see what I'm saying? If I'm really in a group dynamic, this is, I lay this more out as if you're a group. This changes a little bit if you're by yourself. But if you're in a group and you've got 3 guys in your group or 2 guys in your group, the guy that's on the mic, he's rhyming, should pretty much be right here while he's kicking his verse. Why? Because this is the most engaging part of the show. This is where I'm going to go, oh, he's got something to tell me. He's up in my face a little bit. You know what I mean? He's catching my attention. Now, if you're on the mic and you're over here, and it's your turn to rhyme, subconsciously, what does this tell you? You're scared. It's not as important what I have to say. You get what I'm saying? So I always teach rotation when it comes to groups. Just learning basic rotation. These things help and make a huge difference. Now, if you're always rotating all the time, you're going to look like B2K. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But I'm saying if you learn the basics of rotation, then you'll start to have your own vibe. And the more you rock, you're going to know where to go where. Okay? So, for instance, let's use these mic stands. This is my group. Okay? Here's my one guy. Here's the other guy in my group. And I'm on the mic. It's my turn to rhyme. It's my part of the song. So I'm here doing my thing. I'm engaging you. I'm saying what I have to say. Okay, this is during the verse. Now when it comes time, now what does it look like visually? Just by these 2 guys hanging in the back, what does it look like? Where does the emphasis go? To me, it's going to make you go, oh, he's the guy with the mic. He's who I got to listen to. Now when it comes to the parts where everybody's on it, such as the chorus, now either homie that's just been kicking it maybe takes a half step back, just a little bit. These guys take a half step forward. Okay? He takes a half step forward. Now, visually, what does it look like? We're all equal. And on the chorus, you should be all equal, because the chorus is where you want to engage the crowd, you want to get the crowd up, you want to make them all listen to what you have to say. So when we're all equal here, everyone now that's rocking the mic, everyone's under the emphasis, everyone's listening. Now, what happens when it's his turn? He's on the second verse. What happens? You rotate. You would now play his spot. He takes front and center. Now you're playing your role. Does this make sense visually? Do you see where I'm going here? Again, we go back to chorus. These are just basic little things. It's just like, I don't know if you guys ever played sports, played football, you know, cornerback, wide receiver, safety, any of these positions, they will tell you if you go into a zone defense, the man rolls across the middle, you're supposed to pick up his spot. Okay? if you can at least master that, even though it may look boring and it's very basic, if you can at least do that, you will keep people's attention. You see what I'm saying? Most rappers are just haphazardly walking around. This guy's on the mic, he's over here. You know what I mean? Like, people are bumping into each other, mic cables are getting tangled, people are tripping and falling over. You can take that as you want to take it. But that's a problem. You know what I mean? If you at least learn how to rotate in and out. I'm going to show you how to do that in literally just 1 second. And that's it. That's it.